are four brilliant criminals at the climax of their most magnificent effort. This effort began 6 months ago in Porto-Verto, where we were all aboard the ship for Africa. And they were my associates in a quest for uranium. An element not one of them knew the first thing about, except that they'd heard you could get dough for it. Big dough.
Who? I mean, what do you suppose they are?
Businessmen, does it matter?
Well, if we're going to be on a small boat with them for weeks and weeks.
I only said they might be fellow passengers.
Harry, we must beware of those men. They're desperate characters.
What makes you say that?
Not one of them looked at my legs.
Good morning, Mrs. Janrother. Good morning, Billy Boy. Care to join us in a stroll? Turn up the liver, sweat out the toxins, help nature to help you?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Really, Billy, you mustn't be so offhanded with Mr. Peterson.
If I were to treat him with more than common politeness, he'd misunderstand and try to push me around. Mr. Peterson is a bully.
Billy, did you see this? That man in London has been killed.
What man?
Paul Van Meer, high-ranking official in the Colonial Office, was stabbed to death early this morning by an unknown assailant outside a club in Soho. This is the third crime of violence to occur in that vicinity within the past month. What is it, Billy? In heaven's name, Billy, say something.
You understand, of course, that Peterson arranged this.
It seems there's been a lot of violence around there lately.
Well, don't pretend to be a fool.
But look, Billy, this happened early Tuesday morning. We'd all left London well before that.
What about Jack Ross? What about the galloping major?
But I thought he only stayed behind to get that phone call from Mombasa. If it came through, he'll be here this morning.
Well?
Don't get so excited. Don't jump to unpleasant conclusions.
Jump? They might as well have drawn a map.
Why was Peterson worried about Van Meer? What made him think he was dangerous?
He was afraid Van Meer wouldn't stay bought. Afraid he'd get the wind up after we'd gone. He had visions of him trotting upstairs to his superiors, announcing I have certain information that certain persons have paid certain sums of money.
Don't talk so loud, Billy.
To obtain illegal rights to certain mineral supplies.
That Indian, that Raja or whatever he was, that you worked for in the old days, he killed a lot of people, didn't he?
Ah, but he had a better style. Besides, he was out for a kingdom, half the size of France.
What's the difference between that and millions of dollars? We must think of the future, Billy. This is our big chance. It may be our last. Except for Mr. Peterson, we couldn't even pay last night's hotel bill. Where are you going?
Another cafe, drink a lot of Pernod, and listen to the band.
You won't make a fuss, will you? It doesn't do to make a fuss. You have to think of the main objective.
Naturally, it doesn't do to be fussy.
Your move, Gwendolyn.
Gracias. Luggage is in there. Bring it up.
Harry, look, the desperados.
Shh. Not quite now, convict Billy. Hard liquor before noon.
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
The safe arrival of the major. He came galloping in a minute ago looking tired but satisfied. I take it his mission was accomplished?
Yes, well, it's getting on for lunchtime, gentlemen. I'll see you later, Billy. Your move, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, it's your move.
Oh. Check.
Glass.
Are you sailing on the Niagara?
Africa bound.
So are we.
Oh, my name is Chelm. This is my wife.
How do you do? My name's Dan
How do you do?
Are your friends sailing too?
The whole kit and caboodle.
You're a very mysterious group, I must say.
Really, Gwendolyn?
How so mysterious?
Well, for one thing, you all appear to be of different nationalities.
Your move, Gwendolyn.
Check. I have a theory about you and your friends.
Correction. My associates.
As a matter of fact, I think you're doctors. Evil ones, I mean. You're going to the heart of the jungle where human life is cheap to perform ghastly experiments which require the sacrifice of thousands on the altar of science.
You must excuse my wife. She has a very lively imagination.
Check me.
I don't know how you expect me to play a decent game when you keep talking all the time.
Harry's been all out of sorts today. Usually he's a wonderful loser.
Good morning, Mr. Danrada. I bring you the captain's compliments, along with the sad news that the sailing of the SS Nyanga has been postponed.
Now, look here. This boat is most definitely scheduled to sail at 2400 hours.
Scheduled, Mr. Chelm, but not, I fear, destined to do so.
The fella gone, or is the captain drunk?
Oh, of course the captain is drunk. But the real trouble is with the oil pump.
Well, it's not good enough. Simply not good enough.
Quite right, sir. But you're putting it too mildly. The present oil pump is no good at all.
Well, how much delay does this mean?
Oh, to locate, bargain for, purchase, and install a new one will require, I should say, more than a day, less than a fortnight.
Utter, hopeless inefficiency. Probably it isn't the oil pump at all. Just making it an excuse to hang about and pick up extra cargo.
Guns or opium? I wouldn't be surprised if she turns out to be a smuggler.
What a miserable place to be stuck in. Squalid, fifth-rate port.
Ever been in Portobello before?
No, I don't know this part of the world at all.
Oh, I thought not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so upset about staying. Magnificent country. Ruins to visit by moonlight, fine stretch of beach. Back there in the hills, one of the few spots left in the world where you can get decent food and drink. It's called the Blue Pavilion. I insist you give me the pleasure of having dinner with us tonight.
Oh, that's awfully kind of you, but...
Us? You and your associates?
And my wife and me.
The committee?
Oh, Mr. Chelm, I want you to meet a friend of mine. This is the Galloping Major.
The committee wants you to toddle round.
Okay.
Right away.
I'll be along.
Better toddle.
I said I'd be along.
They don't like to be kept waiting.